Hey LinkedIn, hey Instagram, hey Facebook, hey YouTube. How you guys doing? How you doing? Hey Facebook, hey everybody. Listen, I'm just gonna jump on here really quick. I don't have a lot of time, but I need to tell you something. I know that everywhere that you look, especially if you're in the beauty industry, you have people telling you a lot of stuff. You have people telling you, oh, I can help you do this, I can help you do that, which is true. A lot of people can deliver. But the question that I put on board was, how do you get rid of achy feet and achy hands? How do you get rid of a throbbing back? How do you get rid of all these issues that we deal with as hairstylists? How do you get rid of them? Seriously, anybody dropping in the comments, tell me, how do you get rid of the sore feet when you done stood up on your feet for all those long hours? And a lot of times we on our feet for these long hours and we actually literally technically enjoy what we doing, and we kind of forget that we actually on our feet. Hold on, let me get in focus. There I go. Am I back in focus again? Hello. Okay, there we go. But how do we get used to?
Oh, I thought you were going to phone.
I'm on live.
Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. What did Quisha say?
Here,
I just want to see what she said.
take that with you. Anyway, how do we get to a place to where we can stop the aching? I know for me, Lord, I love all my children. I used to go home and let my kids massage my feet or rub my hands. And believe it or not, I didn't let them rub my hands a lot because sometimes when they massage your hands, that make it hurt a little bit worse. I don't know, that's just how it was for me. But I would let them rub my feet, let them rub my legs. And then as I got older, I needed somebody to take that fist and grind it in my back. But then I started thinking, I said, oh my God, I said, what is it that I can do? Well, how do I change all this? Well, you change all this, number one, by stop doing what's causing it. And how do you stop doing what's causing it when what you do is the way that you make your money? Now, listen, to me, it's a huge difference between doing hair as a hobby and doing hair as a career. I believe that whatever your career choice is, it'll retire you. I remember working at I worked at the prison for a little bit. And one of the things that a lot of people that worked at the prison love, because the state gives you a lot of, nice benefits that you don't get from a lot of companies. I mean, they ain't the greatest in the world, but very reliable. You know it's going to be there. You know that check going to come through. You know they still offer pensions. I mean, I don't even think I heard of no company even having a pension in many, many, many years. So, that job, working that job is a good job. They pay you decently. And if you work that job and make that your career, that job will retire you at a certain amount of time. Well, what about being in the beauty industry as a career? What about retiring as a hairstylist or putting yourself in a place where financially your business is your career? What you do is how you make your living. It ain't because you out here holding down 2 or 3 or 4 other jobs, which I know plenty of people. Like, I literally know this barber. I know at one time this man had 4 jobs. He cut hair, he drove buses, he worked at the hospital and worked at the prison. No, I've never known a man that worked that hard. I don't even know how he had time a day to just get up and just say, hey, good morning. He was up from one going to another. And most of the time he worked 2 a day. But he did that because he was supplying for his family. He was being responsible, doing what he needed to do. But what if it would have been a way, which I already know that it is because I know plenty of barbers that's doing it. What if he would have had an opportunity to get introduced to the information that he needed in order to make it so that he only had to work as a barber? He could set all his earnings around that particular thing and stay in that thing that he loved. It really depends on how serious you want to take it. And so when I thought about my feet, my back, I realized that I was going to have to decrease the amount of time and the type of work that I'm doing with my hands, with my back, that I'm going to have to back down some, if that make any sense. Now, if you ain't a hairstylist, you don't know what it's like to stand on your feet for 12 to 16 hours. Or maybe if you're a nurse or maybe a fast food worker, but I'm talking about consistently standing on your feet. And the good thing about it, whenever you're working in a place where you can walk around, you're moving, we typically are in the exact same place for up to maybe 2 hours. Like, I remember working as a kid at the factory here in North Carolina. We used to have a lot of textile mills, and we used to have to stand and just walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That really hurts your feet. When you think about your shoulders, if you're not old enough and you're not in the beauty industry, I really didn't get any problems with my body until I turned 50. I'm being honest. Okay, I'm telling y'all the truth. But it wasn't until I turned 50 that I started saying, well, what is that? Why I feel like that? And it's not anything bad or unbearable, but it woke me up to realize, hey girl, you ain't got that 20-year-old body no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing it. And I still love doing hair just as much today as I did before. But then I had to think about it. I said, okay, Misha, it's time for you to transition. My friend Libby, she was the first person that said something to me about it that really just shook me. And my mom used to always get on my back. You need to do this, do this, do this, do this. But she knew how much I loved to do hair, so she didn't really bother me a lot. But here's the thing. Sometimes you have to decrease in order to increase. Do you hear me over there on Instagram? Thank you, Instagram, for the support. Thank you, YouTube. But sometimes, and LinkedIn, I appreciate it. But sometimes you literally have to decrease in order to increase. And that seems crazy when you're working hard, especially as an entrepreneur, and you're really, really trying to build. You taking all these classes, you learning all your laces, your haircuts, your colors, your barb. Man, y'all got so many classes. All y'all can write a book. All you can write a book. All you can write a book, have a product. All you can do that. But you got so much going on. How do you set it up? And how do you organize it that you're not running around here with a chicken like a head with your head cut off, and that you're not in a place where you're trying to do something and you're not effective? Now that right there, that's worse than anything in the world. I've done that. I've been a part of programs where people have they got all this and they offer this program, but the program isn't a good program because you don't even have time to work the program. You come in and just drop in just to be able to say you're keeping it going, but not really giving people what they really need and not even following through the way you're supposed to follow through. And guys, that ain't a good look. It's not a good look for what we're doing, but what you're trying to build. So the first thing I realized is you have to learn how to decrease so you can increase. I know it sounds like it's totally backwards, but I'm telling you, the only way that you're going to grow and the only way that your business is going to do what it needs to do is you're going to have to step back. And I hope I can get into the 4 quadrants tonight. I might wait until tomorrow to do it. But you got to be able to step back off of that. And I hate the term get from behind the chair because I love being behind the chair. I love doing hair. I mean, like, to me, it's therapy. I don't know how it make you feel, but it's therapy for me. But you have to definitely find some time that you can remove yourself from that space and begin to get on the other side of that thing. Not that I'm telling you anything that's never been new, but just taking that mindset that you got to decrease before you can increase. That's the only way you're going to stop them feet from hurting, that back from throbbing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right down at the bottom of that back. When you get up in the morning, you be like, oh my God, what's going on? And these girls out here trying to buy butts. I'm like, why? Y'all buying a future back ache. Future back ache, take it from me. Sometimes you feel so overwhelmed and underpaid, it's ridiculous. And this especially is for people, who work really, really long hours like I did. A lot of times you are overwhelmed with everything that you got going on in your life, and then to be in this position when you're underpaid. And look, sometimes, now listen, now anybody that's ever been in any of my classes sessions, y'all know I believe in paying your worth, in charging what you're worth. But there are instances when you have topped that out, when you've gotten as far as you're going to be able to get in that particular area. So what do you do then? You still got all this other stuff going on. You can't push that but so much. So now you're overwhelmed and you're underpaid because you're not able to get what you need. So here we go. Create all the multiple streams of income. Okay, but once you create those streams of income, how do you manage them? How do you delegate them? And how do you know when too much is too much? Yes, I said it. Sometimes you can have too much and not be able to make enough. You can have a lot of stuff that can't make you nothing. Then you can have one thing that'll make you everything. Think about the light bulb. He didn't create the light shades, the light stands. He created the light bulb. One thing. So you don't necessarily need to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. You just got to make sure that you got the right things going on at the right time and that you're focused on doing those things and building them up. So at the end of the day, what is the first thing that we need to do? If we got to decrease, we got to make some changes somewhere. Where do those changes get made? We always holler, we need more clients, we need more clients. Okay, you bring more clients in, that means you standing up on your feet more. It means you standing up on your feet more. So how do you accommodate bringing in more clients? Or where do you catch that gap at? How do you balance that out? You need more money. Money equals clients. Clients means time. Time means standing up on your feet. How do you figure all those things out so that it'll be where you need to be? You got to start thinking about other ways. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Yes, I love you guys. I appreciate it. So, yeah, let me tell y'all something. LinkedIn don't be playing. They will cut your video all the way off. So all y'all over on LinkedIn, jump over here on Instagram and Facebook. So you want to get to a place to where you don't have to wait until the first of the year to try to make a change, or you ain't got to wait till you lose something to make a change. You ain't got to wait for nothing. You just make a change when you're ready. And so I started this morning. And tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, I'm doing Change Now, 11:19. Change Now, 11. I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to put it out there for you. Anybody that want to check it out, go to bit.ly/Change Now 19 for the next 30 days. And I'm only taking 12 people because I can't really do but so many at one time. But I'm only taking 12 people. And for 12 people that sign up, you can sign up for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you how you can decrease the increase. I'm going to show you how to create the right multiple streams of income, not just something to be able to put your name up and say, hey, I got my product. Yeah, there you go. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about for real, for real, for real. I'm not talking about stuff that look good when you go to the hair show or when you get online. I'm not, that right there. Let me tell you something. Being online is just a new way to put your flyer out. Real life is outside of this screen. It's outside of these phone calls. It's outside in this real world. And there's a lot of people who don't have anything to do with social media that you still got to touch. You still got to impress some people. And I'm going to tell you something. The way that the world is set up now, people are not impressed with the things that used to impress them. But in this session, it's for 30 days. It's just for 30 days, 12 people. And what I'm going to do is show you how to decrease the increase. I'm going to show you how to create the right streams of income, the things that help me to get myself and do the quantum leap that I was able to do. I'm going to show you how to put yourself in a place so that you can give yourself a raise before next year in the right way, where it ain't going to have your clients running out the door talking about, oh, good, I ain't got nobody to pay her. We're going to do my hair now. You can give yourself a raise without running away your clients, okay? So I'm going to show you how to give yourself a raise without running your clients away. And for those of you that might have caught my live stream last week, you got a little bit of it and you know that it's possible. And it was the best thing that I ever did. And I'm going to show you how you can begin to work less but still make more. And I know that sounds crazy, but you absolutely can. You can work less and make more in the beauty industry and take care of the clients that you need to take care of. But it's a certain way that things have to be done, and it's not anything complicated. But I believe in this so much that if you get in this class and once you sign up, if you don't see that this class is helping you, I'll give you every dime of your money back. Now, my coach is going to knock her. She just fell out her seat. Somebody go over there and get Danielle out the seat. Get her up off the floor. Yes, every dime of it. Let me tell you something. This is some real stuff. See, you ain't got people getting up here talking big like this. And I'm not talking big. I'm talking because I know that it works. I'm telling you 100% that it works. But you only got between today and tomorrow to sign up. And I am only taking 12 people. Once those 12 people, because see, this is going to be a lot of work on me. But I really want to show people that it works, because I have people in my inbox all the time messaging me, texting me, asking about classes. And and listen, I love teaching haircutting classes, and I love teaching hair extension classes. But let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how many hair